Hello, this is Dr. Budweiser, and I am coming to you directly from the Wiser Living headquarters. And today we're going to talk about Soleil, salt solution, how to make it, take it, and where to get it from. And it's going to be very exciting to do this, at least for me, because I'm going to get to experience it, and hopefully you will after this. I want to lay down a little groundwork. Salt has the same fundamental importance for our life as water. I mean, we could not survive without water and salt. And when I speak of salt, I mean a salt in its original form, holistic, wholesome, unaltered, natural, the salt form that's from the earth. Table salt that's sold in the supermarkets, that's sodium chloride with additives. I am not, N-O-T, talking about that salt. So if water is our first, or if water is our number one food source, salt is our number two food source. We look at the human body. The human body is made primarily of water and salt. Natural salt contains all of the elements, all 94 natural elements, stable or unstable, is in that salt. And if you take away the inert gases like argon, xenon, krypton, remember kryptonite and Superman? Krypton, radon, which a few years ago there was a lot of articles written on radon in the house and how negative that could be to you. Helium, like helium balloons and neon lights. This is all in the periodic chart. All of the natural ingredients that's in the elements is in the salt. And so if you take away some of those the inert, they don't react with the elements, then it's all there. So what am I talking about? What elements am I talking about? I'm talking about manganese, magnesium, calcium, sodium, potassium, vanadium, manganese, copper, silver, zinc, phosphorus, selenium, iodine, chromium, and iron. You know how hard it is to get iron to get into your cells? Well, it's in this salt. And you could just take a teaspoon a day and get some of that iron each and every day. So let's go through the process of putting this together, because we have salt. I have salt in a solution. I also just showed you the rock salt, and also we get the salt from a company. It's pure Himalayan crystal culinary salt, dark pink. We get it in these granules because it conveniently fits in this nice little jar that we have here. And so there'll be a link below that will tell you where to get the salt, not only the salt, but also some other things that I'll mention in a few minutes. So let's go ahead and just put this salt solution together and just show you how we do this. Matter of fact, every day, if you look at the bottom of this, you'll see that there's salt. This salt is in here. And so if you take whatever container that you use, whether it's this size, or if it's a glass container like that size, make sure it's glass though. The bottom third should be with either the salt rock or the salt granules or crystals. 1/3, the bottom third is the salt, and then the rest of it you just fill with good filtered spring water, nice water. Okay, so that's very important as well. And so what we're going to do here, matter of fact, let me just show you how. You can put this on a glass like this, and I'll turn it to the side so you don't break the glass. And you put a few of these in there. And that will, and make sure the top is plastic, because metal will react with the salt, or should I say the salt will react with the metal. And so you do that, and then what you do, you'll fill it up with water, which I won't do here, and you screw it on tight, and then you wait 24 hours before you do anything. So this has been set up. You see how clear it is, and then I'm going to invert it like so, turn it back up, and it's not clear anymore, right? So you have the solution, the solute that's in the water, and it's mixed proportionally sound. It's very sound. It's the exact amount it should be. And so what we do with this is we're going to take a plastic spoon or wooden, one of the two. You should not use metal. If you can get away from it, don't use metal. And you take like just a teaspoon, because I know people, they'll try to think they need the whole thing. So I'm going to tilt it a little bit right here, take a teaspoon out, and put it in the glass. So I did that. We'll put the top back on, because salt has a tendency to leave the environment very quickly. You can see that on, 2 or 3 days later, you have salt on the outside. So I'm going to pour a little water here. Like that, because I love water. My body needs water, remember, because water is like the top two. And so then it's in solution, because when I poured it in, I don't really need to stir it, because the water, just putting that in, actually tossed it. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to drink it. It really tastes good. You notice this time I switched it around, because my gums and my teeth is really good for your gums and teeth as well, and for bones. That was good. That was really good. My goodness. And so you do this, we do this every day, every morning before we put anything else in our bodies. Why? Because Soule, S-O-L-E with that little accent on the end, Soule helps to cleanse the colon. It helps support digestion. It promotes stomach acid. It helps to normalize blood pressure. Now, table salt does not. We're not talking about table salt, number one. And number two, we're talking about normalizing blood pressure. I am not talking about treating, mitigating blood pressure with Soule. If you want treatment, you go get a medication. If you want to give your body everything it needs to build, defend, and restore itself, this is a food that you're going to bring into your body each and every time. So whether your blood pressure is high or low, if you're putting the raw material in the body, it's going to bring it up to where it needs, because your body knows exactly where your pressure needs to be. Matter of fact, there is a book on it, as you can see here, Water and Salt, the Essence of Life. It's a great book. It has very good information in it. I kind of recommend this for everyone that's drinking water or using salt. And there's going to be a link below, because we can direct you to where to get this book. And also, for more in-depth information on Soule, we have a written article on the Wiser Living website. Go there. There will be a link below on how to get there and get that information as well. And so, book read, solution, do it every day. Make sure you get good quality water, and the reason why we're recommending where to get the salt, because it's more cost effective, because we've been places where they charge like, a lot of money for half of this amount. So check it all out. I'm glad you were able to listen in on this video. And also remember this: let your food be your medicine, and let your medicine be your food. And this is Dr. Budweiser, and we'll see you next time.